Hello everyone, Vanessa here. I have another journal to show you. This time it is a Edith Holden one. I was always looking around charity shops, and I was in a charity shop and I found a cross stitch of an Edith Holden image, and so I immediately had to have it because I thought, oh my god, what an amazing cover that would make. So I didn't actually do it myself. It is something I found in a charity shop. You can't really see it because of the ribbon, but I'm going to take that off, so I'll take it off so you can see it. So yeah, I have loads of Edith Holden books, absolutely. I think I got about 10 of them. So what I also thought was I would use one of her book covers as the cover for the journal. The beautiful cross stitching of her, an image from one of her books, one of the most popular images, I would say. And yeah, thought I would kind of make an autumny themed Edith Holden journal. So I haven't used any kits in this. They're all pages from her books, and I was inspired quite a bit doing this one by two lovely ladies. One is called Wishes and Weeds, and the other one is Camelia Craft Designs. I think her name's Camelia Craft Designs. But anyway, I'll put links to their YouTube channels in the description. They have loads of things that they do with Edith Holden books. So yeah, I got quite a bit of inspiration from them, and I will put them in the description. Now, I have used a cover of one of her books. My problem was the spine was too narrow, so I had to replace the spine with some hard chipboard. So I have replaced the spine. There is 2 signatures in here, and but the cover's hers, it's just the spine that's different. Let me give you some measurements. This one measures about 9¼ inches, roughly 24 centimeters. This way it's about 6¾ inches and about 17 centimeters. The spine is about 1¾ inches or 4½ centimeters. And like I say, there's 2 signatures in there as well. So I've decorated the cover, obviously, with some music paper and this beautiful cross stitch. I used to cross stitch many years ago, but no, don't do it anymore. So beautiful cross stitch, which I also decorated with some buttons, some loose threads. There's the word journal, there's a bit of a doily here, and some more buttons and a bit of fabric, and that's been stitched. And then on the spine I have done a dangle, which does come off, and I am going to take it off because it's just easier to do a flip through without the dangle there, or with the dangle up. But I would imagine it's also easier to write in these things without a dangle. So this is attached, the little loop that the dangle hangs from. Here's the dangle. It is on a Tim Holtz key clip thing. And all I've done is I've added some beads, little beads hanging from it. And then on the bottom there are some charms. Well, there is kind of like an oak leaf, is it? Maybe, but it's a leaf. There is a sunflower. There is another little decorative leaf and a diddy little mushroom on it as well. So yeah, there's that little dangle that goes on there, but it is removable, and I am going to leave it off while I do the flip through. So yeah, let's get started. So on the inside front cover, I have a large pocket that's been decorated with some ribbon that I've stitched on, and it has a poem on it, and this poem is in her book, and it's basically about some thrush birds in a nest, and they've got some eggs, and the eggs hatching and babies coming out of it and all of that lot. So in there I have included a tag that has the thrush bird, song thrush, and her young in on the front, and I've attached 2 little tags that has the little song thrush egg on it. So there's the egg with the label, and they're attached to the tab, and then there you have the bird with her label, and that's been backed with tea dyed paper. That goes into the top. And then on the front cover there is another long large pocket. This one has been fussy cut leaves on it from her book, and then in the tag inside there are some more of the fussy cut leaves, and then there's the label of dead leaves from elm and oak and beech, chestnut and sycamore trees. So they go together. And also on the tab of this I've added a little leaf charm on there as well to the fabric tab. Now this book is a bit bigger than A5, so I have had to do some patchwork pages. I've done these before, but I don't know if you've seen the video. Basically I will take a sheet of tea dyed paper and I will add strips of other paper to them to make them the size I want them to be, and then I kind of decoratively sew them on. So that's a tea dyed paper. Here we have some tissue paper. This side we have a pocket, and this was from, I think it might have been a birthday diary or something like that, where you put the people's birthdays under the dates. But this was inspired by Camelia Craft Designs. She did one of these. I think hers was from a recipe book, but I always wonder how can you use these pages. So she made pockets out of them, so I thought fine. And in there is a tag that's been stitched and tea dyed. And they just, you kind of have to slip these in at a corner, like so. There's the other side. Here we have a double pocket. This is a double pocket of an image from one of her books. I think this is an image from her country notes book, not her country diary book. And then there's a little pocket on the bottom with the label on. There's a tag in there. Now the tab of this tag is suede leather, so I just want anyone to be aware that there is leather in this book, and I know like vegans and vegetarians and things might not like that, so I just want you to be aware that in this one there is a little bit of leather. So there's a little tag in the front pocket, and then in the back pocket there is another large tag, journal card should I say. Then we have some more tea dyed paper. You can see the patchwork kind of paper that I do better here. See, like there's a strip there and a strip there. And then on the other side there is a large pocket with 3 smaller pockets on the front. Now in these pockets I have put tags, but they are plain tags. So you can do, or you can write on both sides, you can put a photo on one side, you can do whatever you want, it's your choice. They're just plain tags in each of the 3 pockets. And then there's one large tag in there as well, which is just a page from one of the books. And that slips in there. Then there's a smaller piece here. Here we have a, it's an envelope. It was a really big envelope, but I only needed the top half for another project, and I was left with the bottom half, and I thought, well, I'm not going to waste it, so I'll use it. So I just done a fussy cut on this one and collaged it, and inside there is a tag. And on the other side, I've just put an envelope with a label and a fussy cut image on it again. And in this one, there is another tag. And then on this page, this is an image that I absolutely love. I've had it for ages. I've never been able to use it before. I've always thought, what am I going to do with it? I like it as it is. I didn't want to cut it up or anything like that. So again, this is an image, I think, from her country notes, not her country diary. So I've just used it as a flip. It's just an image and it does flip out. But I've also doubled it as a pocket. So the back of the flip out, so there's the front, there's the back of the flip out. This is a pocket here, which again, I've just put plain tags in so you can fill them the way you want to. And I didn't want to decorate the front of the pocket because I wanted to keep the bulk down. So that's just a journal spot. So you could put some photos on your tags and write about them, or you know, whatever you want to do. And also under the flip out is another large pocket, which again, to keep bulk down, I've just put a journal spot on there and a large tag in the pocket. So there's the large tag. And then that flips, then that opens up. And here we have a belly band, but this belly band is actually an envelope. So it opens up to an envelope. And inside the envelope, I've just put some tea-dyed paper. It's ledger paper that I just added in there. So you can journal, but you can add what you want. But it was a nice long envelope and I like the colour. I think it kind of matched up really well with the dock seeds. And that's a belly band, so there's also a large card behind there. So then we come to the centre of the signature, which I've kept the centres quite plain so that they're for journaling. I usually put pockets on my centres, but for this one I've kind of just left them plain. So there is some trimming with some buttons on, and on the other side there is a cluster. This one's of acorns, again from one of her books, and just some lined tea-dyed paper. On the other side there is a little notebook tuck spot. So behind the notebook there is a file folder thing. This is from Nick the Booksmith, I think it's one of her kits. And I just put a fussy cut image of bramble leaves on there. And that tucks behind, and then this opens up from behind the bird's head. That keeps it shut. And in here there is a little corner pocket on the inside cover with a little tag in. Again, that has got a suede leather tab. It just tucks in there. And then in here there's just a little notepad with tea-dyed paper. And that just tucks behind the bird's head. And then on the other side we have a glassine bag, a long thin glassine bag that has been decorated with some kind of fabric that's been stitched. And this has 2 sycamore seed pods, helicopter type things. We call them helicopters. I don't know if you do anywhere else, but it's because when they fall they spin. So yeah, there's 2 seed pods there. They have been coated in glossy accents just so that they don't crumble and disintegrate in the book, basically. And in there is a long tag as well. in that glassine bag. And then this opens up, and here is a large tag. Again, keeping the bulk down, I've just added journal spots to these so that they match the other side. So they're there for writing. And in this one, I have put 2 layaway tags in that have been, these have been tea dyed. And I just slipped those in there. But like I say, you can put anything you want in these pockets. Here's the other side of the envelope. I've done some stamped images on this side. This one's an oak leaf, that's a maple, that's a birch, and obviously an acorn. And in there is a little journal card. And that does slip in, if I can open it. Oh, quite shaky today, don't know why. And on the other side, there's just a cluster of some maple leaves with some buttons. Bit of spotty tea dyed paper. And then on this side, there is an envelope. This one was also inspired by Camelia Craft Designs. And so this is the Blue Tits, which I know is a bit more wintry than autumny, but that she only had so many images, so it was getting to the stage where I was running out, so I did the Blue Tits. So you have a pocket here, and in there is a tag of some bird eggs from her book, and that slips in there. And then there's a pocket here which has an image of the Blue Tits, and then the actual envelope that I used to make this was a window envelope. So there's the window with the little blue tit peeking through, and there's the card on the inside, and she just slips in there so you can see the little blue tit, and then that just slips in there like that. And here we just have some tea dyed paper, patchwork paper. On this side we have another bottom pocket. It's a double pocket of some blackberries, and in the front there are 2 tags. These ones are not plain, they have images on. 2 diddy little tags. No, they don't go in there, they go in there. Trying to put them in the wrong place. And then there's a larger card in the back, like so. And then there's the other side of the birthday book pages of crab apples, and in here is another tag, which again you kind of have to go in at an angle to put these ones in, but they do go in. There you go. And some more tissue paper. Here's some more patchwork paper, and on the other side there is some trimming that's been stitched with some buttons on. And then we come to the second signature. So this one is a triple pocket that I have made using some corrugated card and decorated with some fussy cut toadstools, some tissue paper, music paper, so on. So in the bottom pocket there are 2 tags. Again, these have got some leather tabs on them. And then in the next pocket there is another large journal card. And then in the very back top pocket, all I've done is put a big tag in, a jumbo tag. I think these are Tim Holtz jumbo tags, I'm not sure. And I just did a mushroom stamped image on the bottom of it, so you can do what you want with that. Quite a thick tag. I thought there was 2 on there for a minute. Nope, it's definitely only 1. And yeah, so that was made out of an Edith Holden page, music paper, and the corrugated card. And that little label wants to catch. and then 2 little ones in there. On this side there is some patchwork paper. Here we've got this is ledger paper, and on this side I've just done a pocket with a fussy cut image of crab apples and a little matching tag. And then you've got the ledger on the other side. Here is just a large pocket really of the image that's on the cover. So that's the image in the book, and there's the cross stitch. So yeah, and that's just a large pocket which has a journal card in. This is of a wren's nest in the wall, because this is the wren and that's the hedge sparrow. And this also has a charm on a chain attached of 2 little lovebirds on that tag. It just dangles. And goes in there. On this side there is tea-dyed paper. I've added another one of the birthday book pages. This one has, the other one had crab apples. This has maple leaves, I think they are. Yeah, maple. And those have long, thin cards in. Some graph paper. On the other side of the graph paper there is some Hessian trim that's been stitched with some buttons. Some more dotted tea-dyed paper. And here we have one that was inspired by Wishes and Weeds. I've done quite a lot of hers, and I've probably done these in quite a few books. But I do like them. I just think they're so effective. So this is the Song Thrush, I think it is, and that's a corner pocket, and in there is a journal card. Here is some lined tea-dyed paper, and then on this side there is some tissue paper with some large pockets on. So I don't know why that's stuck. So it's just basically tissue paper with a large pocket, and I've just put a journal spot on the pocket to kind of match up with the other pockets. I think I've done this in quite a lot in this book. And inside there I have put a large envelopes, and I've got some of these Edith Holden playing cards, and I've just kind of like attached a card to the envelope, kind of weights it down and holds it closed. And in there I have put an Edith Holden postcard. I have some postcards of hers, so I've just put a postcard in the envelope. And then when I put it in the pocket, I left the flap out because I thought that just looked nice outside of the pocket. Bit of decoration. But you don't really want to hide it like that. You could if you wanted to, but I just thought it looked nice. Over flapping. And the other side of the tissue paper. So this side I have done a window pocket, like a specimen card pocket with some little leaves in that I've picked up. They have been coated also in glossy accents before I put them in the pocket, because again, dead leaves tend to crumble, don't they? They kind of disintegrate. So that's a nice window pocket there. I'm quite pleased with how that came out. And another journal card that slips in behind. Then we have the centre of the neck signature. And again, I've pretty much done the same as the first signature. There is a cluster here with some buttons and a bit of fabric, and a trim with some buttons and sewing. On the other side of that, we have a little tag tuck. This is another one of the Wishes and Weeds one, and there's a little tag in there. And then behind there I've put a journal card. So this was my first attempt at jelly plate printing. My sister bought a jelly plate and we tried doing some printing of leaves and seed pods and things like that. Absolutely loved it. So now obviously had to go and buy a jelly plate so I can do some more. But yeah, this was one of my first attempts. I'm really pleased with how it came out. So I made it into a journal card, and I thought they kind of looked a lot like the thistles on the bird's on. They're not thistles. I think it might have been cow's parsnip or something like that. But I think they matched quite well, so I made that into a journal card and put it in there. And then on this side, I've done the exact same thing with this tissue pocket as I did with the other side. Again, it's just a journal spot on the front. And then on the envelope, there's another card, plain card. And inside, there is another postcard. And again, when I put it in the pocket, I left that because, well, like I say, I think it looks pretty. Other side of the tissue paper, some lined tea-dyed paper. On this side, there is a cluster with some buttons and an image from the book. Some more dotty tea-dyed paper. Here we have a an envelope which has acorns on it and is held closed by the leaf, so that just flips open like so. And inside there is a journal card of the hazelnuts that kind of matches, well, it doesn't kind of, it does, it matches the cluster on the other side, and that just slips inside there. And then that just tucks under the leaf to keep it shut. Some graph paper. Here's the other side of the birthday pages with again another matching tag. Some more patchwork paper. And on the other side of here we have another well, this is multi-pocket, we'll call it a multi-pocket. So it's got 3 small pockets on the front of a chestnut image, and again in these I have put just blank cards in the little ones. 2, 3, and then there is a pocket here that has a larger card in of sweet chestnuts. And then right in the back there's a even larger pocket that has got another journal card of chestnuts on it. And that just slips in like that. Some ledger paper. On the other side of the ledger paper there is a smaller little tag pocket. So it's just a little pocket with a fussy cut image on it of rose hips or rose seeds with a little blank tag in. And then that just flaps out to journal. Plain journal tea-dye paper. And then that opens out, and here I've done a window pocket of sycamore seeds. That's been decorated with sycamore seeds, and inside there is a large journal card. They're not sycamore seeds, there's sycamore and maple leaves, and that's more sycamore and maple leaves, which is backed, and there's some trim on that, and that just slips in there. And then that flips out, and there's another little pocket on the back, and that has 2 larger tags in. They just slip in the back, And then you've got some tea dyed paper. And then on the back cover there is another large pocket of, it says fruit of the common bramble, which to me is blackberries. So I'm saying they're blackberries, half ripened blackberries. This is an image from her country notes book as well. That's not from her diary book. And then I put a little fussy cut of some more blackberries in the corner with some buttons and a little sunflower charm to fill the blank space. And in there is a journal card of a fox, and this is definitely from her country notes book. She's got quite a few little hand-drawn images of animals in the country notes book, which is a lot harder to find in England anyway. I wish I could find more of them. But yeah, so that is my autumny type Edith Holden journal. So I'm quite happy with it, very happy with it in fact. And I will obviously be listing it in my shop, so I will put the link to that in the comments below, along with, not the comments, the description, in the description below, along with the links to the 2 YouTube channels. And yeah, I hope you like it. This is probably going to be my last journal of the year. I'm going away quite a bit in October, and then when I get back it's all going to be about Christmas and things like that. I might be able to get another one in, but I'm not going to make promises. So yeah, I would love to know your thoughts on this one. So please do like, comment. I will try to respond to all comments. I'm not the greatest at it, but I will try. I do appreciate your feedback. Subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. It's always appreciated. And yeah, I'm starting to waffle now and I ramble a bit. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.